The telemetry is clear. A quiet, systemic failure is underway. It's the low-frequency hum of a foundation bearing a load it was never engineered to carry. The fatigue fractures appearing in a framework whose maintenance protocols are perpetually ignored. You've been managing your own architecture like a temporary resource depot, cannibalizing its core materials for external projects. You classify rest not as essential maintenance, but as a performance bonus. You log systemic stress alerts as an acceptable operational cost. But this structure wasn't designed to be strip-mined just to meet the deadlines of others. Its framework is not on loan. Its power supply is not a debt to be repaid. It was never intended to be demolished to create a stable ground for someone else's build. A pattern has emerged, compromising core components, reducing your operational footprint, as if that somehow increases your value. I'll pause for a moment. If these architectural principles resonate, subscribing is the most effective way to keep this project going. It's a signal that this blueprint is worth developing. But consider this. The design was not specified for silence. This is a resilient structure, engineered to be retrofitted and reinforced even after significant systemic stress. So, why cut off its essential utilities? Why mute the critical system alerts, calling for more resources? Does a support beam apologize for its load capacity? Does a circuit breaker ask permission before preventing a catastrophic overload? No, it functions according to its design. And adherence to design principles is what ensures structural longevity. Your well-being is not a secondary objective. It is the primary project. Every deferred maintenance cycle, every ignored power surge, every moment spent running on emergency reserves creates a hairline crack in the central system. Let repairs be scheduled not out of guilt, but with strategic foresight. Refuel with high-grade materials. Initiate regular shutdown cycles for deep system recovery. Move not to downsize, but to recalibrate operational strength. You have no obligation to authorize your own erosion for the comfort of adjacent structures. This system was not built for managed obsolescence. This isn't about assigning blame or calculating fault. It's about reviewing the data and recognizing the core functions that remain online despite the neglect. A system pleading not for higher performance, but for permission to return to baseline stability. So, treat restoration as your new strategic imperative. Value your own infrastructure as your most critical asset. The principles of sound engineering will still be here, not to rush the process, but to validate the careful work of returning to full operational capacity. To begin, make it official. Post the phrase "initiating core maintenance" in the comments. Let it be your first scheduled work order.